Once a year, in a quiet corner of Asia, a river does something that feels impossible. It stops, hesitates, and then begins to flow backward. Not in a trickle, not in a whisper, but with force, turning its own current against itself, as if time has reversed and the river has changed its mind. At dawn, fishermen who have lived beside this water their entire lives wake to a sight that still unsettles them. Boats that drifted downstream the night before are now nudging upstream. Floating leaves glide against gravity. The river's surface tightens, darkens, and then surges the wrong way, carrying silt, branches, and stunned fish back toward where they came from. This is not myth. It is not magic. And yet, standing on the riverbank, it feels like both. For most of the year, the river behaves like every other, patient, predictable, moving toward the sea. Villages rise and fall with its rhythm. Children learn its currents. Elders read its moods. Life aligns itself with the direction of the flow. Then the season changes. Far away, monsoon rains arrive with relentless power. Massive volumes of water pour into a greater body downstream, a lake or a larger river, raising its level higher and higher. Pressure builds. The balance tips. And suddenly, the smaller river is overpowered. The current meets resistance. And then, surrender. Water begins to push upstream. Hour by hour, the reversal strengthens. The river swells beyond its banks. Fields flood. Trees stand half submerged, their roots confused, their reflections trembling. Fish that once followed instinct downstream now ride the current back into ancient spawning grounds, as if the river itself is calling them home. For the people who live here, this moment is both gift and warning. The backward flow brings life, nutrients, fish, fertile silt that will feed crops for the coming year. But it also brings danger. Homes must be prepared. Boats must be secured. Every family knows stories of years when the river rose too fast, when the reversal stayed too long. At its peak, the river roars in the wrong direction, unstoppable, undeniable, a reminder that nature does not obey our expectations. And then, just as mysteriously as it began, the pressure eases. The rains fade, the downstream waters recede. The river slows, shudders, and turns once more toward the sea. What remains is silence, mud-streaked banks, full nets, and a deep respect passed quietly from one generation to the next. Because once a year, this river teaches a lesson few ever forget, that even the most familiar paths can reverse, that power comes from balance, and that nature, when it chooses, can rewrite the rules we think are permanent. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below to help the channel grow.